He says, there's no one who has left his house or brothers or sisters or mother or father or children or fields for my sake and the sake of the good news that doesn't receive 100-fold now in this age and in the age to come. There isn't anyone who has surrendered all the things they are attached to. All the things they are attached to, externally and internally, that does not receive what those attachments represented. So when we release our attachments to money as a means of safety and do the work to know that we internally, especially, are safe wherever we are because of our divinity, then it doesn't matter if we have the money or not. But it also brings our attention back to that social location to realize that some of us aren't safe wherever we go. And what can we do to make sure that everyone is? That's when the real transformation comes about. Because again, we live from the inside out. So we have to pay attention to what needs to be released on the inside. He says, many who are first will be last, and the last will be first. This is a question of prioritization. What are we going to prioritize in our lives? Our inner healing or the outer fixing? Because the outer fixing is just an illusion, a scapegoat, an excuse to not do the inner healing work. When we put what we want to make last, the true difficult inner healing work, when we tend to make that last, but now when we put that first, we're going to have a whole different experience on the outer. What is first shall be last, and what is last shall be first. So my invitation to you this week, this month, this year, this lifetime, ask yourselves, am I willing enough and brave enough to look at those things that I am holding on to internally so that I can experience the fullness of God? And one of those things, ready for this, is God itself. Am I willing to even let go of God itself that I can experience the fullness of God itself? Because we've all created meanings of what God is based on what religions have told us, including unity. And we try to live and adhere to those. But anything that seeks to define that which transcends definition is limiting. It's what we in the old church days used to call idolatry. We have created God in our image. Are we even willing to let go of any image of God, even the good one? Even let that go so that we can truly begin to experience the fullness of what it is. That's a big invitation. So take it in baby steps. Don't go have a whole deconstructive crisis of faith this afternoon. Or do. I mean, I'm not telling you what to do. If you do and you run into shock, just give me a call and I'll help you walk through it. I've had two. I might be in the middle of a third. I don't know quite yet. But I like to say to folks, if you've not had at least two good crises of faith in your lifetime, you're not doing this right. because that means you're holding on in a place of certainty. And you know what is the opposite of certainty? Faith. The opposite of certainty is faith. So have faith that as you continue to release all that stands in your way within you, you will experience the fullness of all that is and who you are called to be.